It's me, Mario!
Story analyzation on Super Mario 64. Let's get this started. The story of Super Mario 64 is a simple one. Peach sends Mario a note about a cake. Mario comes over and finds that there is no cake. So now it's up to Mario to stop Bowser from getting all the Power Stars. Just like many Nintendo games, it's a very simple story, so you roll with it. I'll be honest, whenever it comes to Nintendo games, particularly Mario games, the characters don't exactly have a lot of character. Sure, Mario is a happy, colorful Italian plumber when he's not keeping animals caged, but other than that, he doesn't really have that much character, and he has very minimal dialogue aside from grunts and woohoos. Bowser, he's a passable villain. And I mean by passable because he can't stand peace, but other than that, he's just kind of two-dimensional. Besides that, he's not exactly the most complex villain. Peach is very two-dimensional too. She has very little to no personality. Really, aside from those characters, the mini-bosses would be the only other characters with personality, but they're very brief. Like, aside from story and characters and writing has never really been Nintendo's thing, unless you're talking about the Zelda games or the Metroid games. But what really holds up Super Mario 64 is not the story or the characters, it's the gameplay. And the gameplay is very fun, but I'm not here to analyze gameplay or to do a review of a video game. I'm here to do a story analyzation of Super Mario 64. And it's all very passable, but the gameplay is the main selling point of each Super Mario game. There's a lot of cool worlds with colorful characters, lots of interesting environments. It's just a really appealing game. Aside from the gameplay, the soundtrack is really top-notch. The soundtrack is something that I still remember to this day and occasionally whistle, because it's just that memorable. There's a lot of memorable pieces inside this game. This is the first performance of Charles Martinet as Mario, and while there is not a lot of talking, he does give off that very happy Italian plumber vibe that Nintendo was going for.
Here we go!
I would say throughout the whole game's like gradually getting to the point where you beat Bowser entirely is very well deserved and earned, and I really do like the ending boss battle of Super Mario 64. It's one of the more memorable climactic boss fights in video game history, and I'm sure everybody remembers that first time whenever they beat this game and they saw the last cutscene. Overall, Super Mario 64 has a very simple story, very simple characters, and not a lot of writing, but hey, it's a Mario game. Are you expecting anything super complex like Metal Gear? I'll be honest, I just really wanted to talk about this game as the first story analyzed game, because it was the very first game I ever played and the very first game I ever beat. So with that said, I will not give this game a rating, but I will say that it's pretty good, and it's a game that still holds up even now. Sometime along the line of this month, I will analyze a video game story that is less simplistic and a little bit more complex, and takes more twists and turns. But for right now, this is my Super Mario 64 story analyzation, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm TheMasterQuests, and thanks for watching.